Hello, everybody, and welcome to Speed Runners Arena for the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament Swiss Round 5 Six-Way. Kaede versus JargleBargle. OldManSunshine versus Fayte. Firix. Putz versus Freddy. This is going to be an exciting matchup. I feel as though we have a pretty incredible closeness in the skill levels between these runners. Big shout outs to all of these amazing runners who are in this tournament. My name is Jay Chalk. I will be your commentator for this incredible six-way. I'll be doing my best to keep up. Believe me, I will try. But this is the fun of this. We're going to get lit. It's going to be awesome. Let's hope there are no deaths. I did roll this seed, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I've rolled for these runners here. But, ayo, I'm excited. So again, this is 6 runners, 3 separate matches. Let me check on the rank or the hold on one moment. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let me know in chat if we're vibing, how we doing. We're going to be getting kicked off here in about 30 to 40 seconds. So bear with me. So we have the 1 and 3 matchup between OldManSunshine and Kaede. JargleBargle 1 and 3 as well. Sorry, Kaede versus JargleBargle 1 and 3. We also have OldManSunshine versus Fayte 1 and 3. And I believe we had the Putz Freddy, which is the 0 and 4 matchup. All right. So I have dropped the gate. We should see our runners kick off here momentarily. This is the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament. It uses a very particular logic that ensures that really anyone who decides to pick up a controller will be able to complete a seed. No tricks or glitches or anything like that will be required. Everything is in the open for us. We can grab it. No hard tricks needed to be used to get those items, so it's super nice. All right, and we are off. Look at that. All 6 runners at the ship, and look at this. Only runner to be using a different sprite, JargleBargle. Fate jumps off the right side of the ship. Oh no, Jargle is going to be running to the right side here. This is a very typical SMRAT play. To the green door. The ultimate meme. Thank you so much for that, Jargle. And is now going to be heading to the left with the hourglass pointer Microsoft click button. I love it. And we're going to be heading down the climb here. Looks like we got no moonfall. It looked like maybe Putzku attempted to moonfall. Unfortunately, was unable to pull that off. But now we're going to be going through the old Mother Brain room here. See if we can get any pit lists. Putzku in the pit. Ooh, Fate got through pit list. Freddy got through pit list. Very nice. OldManSunshine took a couple pits there. Jargle now going to be making their way down. And they got also trying to pull off the moonfall. Unable to get that one there. No problem. And we're going to get our first item here. It's always the morph ball. Sorry for that echo there. And there it is. If you've been with SMRAT for quite some time, you'll know that the morph ball pedestal actually used to be one of 4 items. It could have been high jump boots, could have been ice beam, could have been space jump, or could have been... Speak of the devil. Kaede picking up the space jump, followed by OldManSunshine. Fate, Freddy, Putzku's going to be coming in picking that up. That's a powerful item to be had straight from the beginning. This is actually going to put this ceiling item in logic. And our records are OldManSunshine 1 and 3, Fate 1 and 3, Putzku 0 and 4, Freddy 0 and 4, Kaede 1 and 3, and JargleBargle 1 and 3. So very similar skill levels here. So it's going to be a really good matchup. We do have a timer in the bottom right, provided to us by Freddy. Shout outs to Freddy. And let's not forget that because we have acquired this space jump, the item in the ceiling right here is in logic. Looks like all of our runners were able to pick that up. Putzku's still I'm going to pick that up here, but they do have that space jump, so they're going to be able to snag that here in a moment. And now we're heading OldManSunshine, going to be the first to head up the elevator, followed by Freddy, and then Kaede, followed by Fayte. Pretty close between our runners right now. Of course, JargleBargle memeing it up and going to the right to that green door to start us off. So that's why there's a little bit of a difference between JargleBargle and the rest of the runners. Unfortunately, we didn't find a power bomb early, so we're not going to be able to check the initial blue Brinstar items. So that's something our runners are going to have to think about when we get to that point. With the space jump, that Billy Mays is in logic, so potentially could see something important there. The standings for these runners, once more, is JargleBargle, Kaede are 1 and 3. OldManSunshine, Fayte are 1 and 3. So all of the runners on the left side of the screen, the 4 runners on the left side of the screen, are 1 and 3. Putz and Freddy are 0 and 4. And that wasn't set up that way. It just kind of worked out. So hey, perfect. And now we're going to be moving up the climb. Again, we're going to be going to the Bomb Chorizo item. And this item is going to be 100% either power bombs or bombs. And about 96% of the time, it's going to be power bombs. And the reason for that is we don't have any items open to us. And so this is the only spot available. And in order to get out, we can't do the Alcatraz escape. That's not in logic. So we need to find a bomb. So either bombs or power bombs. And it's a power bomb. So big shout outs to OldManSunshine, the first of our group here to pick it up, followed by Freddy. JargleBargle making their way, his way into Bomb Chorizo. Kaede also looked like Jargle actually caught up to Kaede, even though Jargle went to the right first. Look at this, very synced now between Kaede and Jargle. Putz and Freddy making their way to the, well, Freddy's gonna go to Terminator, and Putz is gonna pick up their his power bombs, their power bombs. E-Tank early off at the 230 missile location. This is nice. Going to be able to take some hits from Strat Hoppers potentially, but definitely easier than just having 99 energy. Freddy's going to pick up that E-Tank. Putz picks up their power bombs, and we're going to get this first look at the Terminator item here shortly once OMS makes his way to Terminator. We unfortunately don't have another power bomb. Oh, of course, this is actually a really good play that our runners could elect to do. We do have that space jump, we do have some power bombs, and we do have an E-Tank. Not that it's required for logic, but it does make things safer when you're checking criteria power bombs. It's a really good play, so if any of our runners elect to skip this, and Kaede does elect to skip it, so I have actually won a race checking this early on. It was a really close race that was decided by this check alone. A missile pack at Terminator. So we're going to see here what OMS finds. Waiting for the acid, he finds a super pack. Now, hey, that could actually be pretty significant if we don't find another super pack. This super pack is in logic. Looks like Freddy also going to be picking up that. Fayte's going to skip that. Putz going to pick it up as well. So, and Jargle skipped it. So, at least both Kaede and Jargle skipped it together. So, it won't come down for their race. Ooh, double soups in the back of Gauntlet. Putz is going to pick up Power Bomb. Freddy needs to be careful here. This acid does a lot of damage. Oh, Putz, please. Oh my god. That was so dangerous. Okay, we're going to get our first look at the green Brinstar area in the reserve. This is out of logic. It requires speed booster. So Kaede is going to move back here and find a couple items. Again, very important that we keep an eye on that super find, because we do not have a super yet for any of our other runners who elected. Okay, just as I say that, Kaede gets bailed out with the super pack there, and Sunshine. Ooh, I like this play. Going to go to the wreck ship to check the moat item here. This is in logic. In fact, the front half of this area is in logic. The mermaid missiles, spooky missiles at wreck ship, those are both in logic. Of course, past that's not in logic until we get significantly more E-Tanks. Oh, and bombs and Spring Ball. Very nice. Okay, so bombs and spring ball for Fate and Kaede. JargleBargle is going to be picking those up as well. I do like this play by OldManSunshine. Oh my goodness! Are you serious? What a big brain play by OldManSunshine to get the various suit at Mermaid Missiles. Are you kidding me, fam? That is insanity. That is big time. That's going to be a long while before any of our runners find that. And even if OldManSunshine elects to dip, he's going to be able to utilize the acquisition of that various suit. In fact, Sunshine could even be able to just go right to wreck ship with this health, with the suit. I'm curious if he's going to continue on with this play as we get a look here at the basement. And Putz is actually going to clear out Gauntlet for us. So, unfortunately, not a... Oh my gosh, his health, though. That's pretty dangerous. Thankfully, there are a lot of power bombs to be had. And they're not going to have to worry about that. So, it's just a super pack for Kaede. Freddy's going to be moving back, and he's going to find his bombs and spring ball. Fate's moving in. Out of... the refill there, getting some power bombs. He's gonna go down and get his missile and some supers. Kaede is moving through green hellway here. Are you serious? Oh, this seems way... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? OldManSunshine, you can't make this up. Elects to go to the ship and finds both Varia and Gravity, which, by the way, even with both of those pickups, wreck ship is not in logic. OldManSunshine would need to find another E-tank to put wreck ship in logic, but wow, that is incredible. I rolled the seed. And so that's a pretty incredible find. So we're going to get our first look here at some pink Brinstar checks by Kaede. Fate's moving through green hellway and very dangerous on health. Cannot... Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. He should be okay, but needs to be careful. These do a lot of damage. Putzku's going to make their way back up and potentially... I'm not sure what they're electing to do here, but... Oh no! Gets grabbed by the Beatome. That's gonna set them back. Oh wait, did they save before green hellway? I think they saved before green hellway. Okay, so not a big loss. Meanwhile, we got Kaede in the big pink. One of our only runners in the big... Ooh, Freddy almost falls there. Able to save themselves because of the space jump. Fate now again in a very sticky situation with his health, but he's gonna... Oof, man. These little creatures do such a hefty amount of damage. And for those of you that are just joining us, Fate, excuse me, OMS, OldManSunshine, our middle runner here, he elected to go to wreck ship with that space jump to check those first few items, and it was both various suit and gravity. Fam, you can't make this up. That was just such a pog play, and he might finish potentially drastically ahead of our other runners, and everyone will be wondering, what? I think once they find the, once all of our runners find those suits, they're gonna realize that OldManSunshine potentially made like a quick check over it, over at Wreck Ship. And Jargle using that Microsoft clicker pointer thingy-majig. Big shout outs to that. I like the morph ball. That's so funny. But looks like we're going to be making our way through Big Pink here, so we're going to get a look. Honestly, we found both suits, so not a lot left. I mean, we you know, but the thing is now all of Meridia's in logic outside of, you know, past bots with them. Of course, the speed lock locations aren't there. We also have basically all of Upper Norfair in logic. There's really nothing we need for that. So the world is OldManSunshine's oyster. The world is OldManSunshine's oyster. We got Space Jump. OldManSunshine's got Space Jump. He's got Various Suit. He's got Gravity. He's got all the goods. Kaede doing a trick here called the wave gate glitch. And what Kaede is trying to do is shoot a super at just the right angle to where it clips underneath this. Well, it doesn't clip. It goes right underneath that grapple block and then shoots this door open. Very nice to learn how to do. Freddy gonna be making his way through pink. Fayte needs to be careful here again on the brink. Okay, very nicely done. And just a super pack. You blink and we already have 35 supers, which is going to be really nice for OMS because he's going to be able to pick up the amount of supers he needs to go through to Lower Norfair. You need a minimum 30 supers to kill Ridley without having to substitute with missiles or super missiles or anything like that. JargleBargle is working on this wave gate glitch. We have plenty of supers, so that's going to help us out. Moving through here. We have not found ice and we have not found speed. None of our runners have that yet. So let's continue looking through Pink Brinstar. I think we've basically seen all of the items in Pink Brinstar just in different orders. And Fayte's going to go in and work on his green gate glitch. Again, 25 opportunities here, so definitely a good amount of supers to have if you're not particularly comfortable with the green gate glitch. Fayte's gonna do the spore spawn skip. Oh my goodness, and that's a charge beam for Jargle. Oh wow, Sunshine is definitely gonna run into that and is gonna be very happy to have checked that early wreck ship play. Gonna have space jump, he's gonna have barrier suit, he's gonna have gravity. He's going to have charge beam and a pretty hefty, safe number of missiles and supers too. So that's incredible. Looks like JargleBargle is going to do what a typical runner would do with the acquisition of that space jump. Needs to be careful here though, because these side hoppers will do a lot. Please. Oh my God. Okay, Jargle, chill. Yes, okay, we're good. That was very close. So that's a nice E-tank. So a typical play here would be to go through reverse blue Brinstar. Because of the acquisition of that space jump, Billy Mays is actually in logic, but JargleBargle is actually out of power bombs. He's not going to be able to do what he thinks he's going to do here. Unfortunate for him. Fayte working on this wave gate at the same time Freddy is. Meanwhile, OMS actually gonna be skipping much of. Oh, okay, I take that back. Oh, okay, opens the door. I was confused at what he was doing, but it looks like he's just going to be doing a kind of a bottom-up clear here. Kaede checking that X-ray location, didn't find much, and Fayte gets it. Nicely done. Freddy's still working on it. It can be a pretty difficult trick, but it's just a super pack waiting behind, so if Freddy can't get it, he won't be missing much. All right, Kaede, our first runner to reach the bottom of Red Tower. We're going to get our first look here at Below Mother Brain and at Spazer. That's a high jump boot. That's a nice find for JargleBargle. And Putz moving into their big pink clear. There's a power bomb, by the way, at Spazer. So that's going to be 15 for OMS if he can Crystal Flash clip. That'll be huge. Because that's bombs and a 15th power bomb. And so that's going to be pretty significant for any of our runners who can Crystal Flash clip. Again, this is the 1-3 and 0-4 runners. So we might see them do things that better runners wouldn't do, or maybe take, oh my goodness, Putz, or take routes that may seem that aren't fully optimized, and that's completely okay, because these are our newer runners, and that's whatever they're comfortable with doing, that's completely okay. So, but it's potential, you know. Crystal Flash clip is definitely a trick that a lot of people are learning, so it's possible maybe OMS is out here about ready to pull out a Crystal Flash clip. Fayte gonna be one of our second runners to move down into, oh, Freddy, please. This is I would dare to guess that this is one of the most deadly rooms for Freddy here. Jargle almost taking a death there, and if you get hit by those side hoppers with this amount of health, and you get hit again, that's death. OldManSunshine picks up that super pack. He doesn't know there's a charge beam waiting for him, so he's doing the right thing by picking up these super packs, but of course he's going to be very happy to find that charge beam. We're actually going to get our first boss fight over here on Kaede's screen, top left. It's going to be a Kaede attempt. I'm hoping we get 6 for 6 for Kaede quick kills. What are we thinking, chat? Also, I can end this prediction now because we found Varia first. So, oh, I guess it was already ended. Never mind. All right, here we go. Kaede giving this Kaede quick kill an opportunity. Thank you, Red. Oof. Okay, that's okay. Nice try, Kaede. Nice try. Let's finish him off. Up top, no problem. OldManSunshine finds charge beam and is gonna elect to also go through reverse meme route here. Freddy, having also made the decision to go through reverse meme route, is heading up the climb. Putz continuing clearing out the rest of their pink Brent Star. And Fayte, he's going to be our second runner to reach below Red Tower, Upper North Fair area. Going to go into Kaede. And Kaede having a ball here, taking Kaede dancing. And that's it. Kaede number 1 is down, the first of our bosses. Nicely done, Kaede. Fayte is going to be moving in, and he is going to be fighting his Kaede momentarily. Putz is working on their Green Gate glitch. I didn't quite see what was at this Kaede warehouse missiles, and it was a super pack. Okay. So I believe all of our runners have charge beam, and that's a high jump boot for OMS. Freddy's going to make his way over to wreck ship. Oh my goodness. This could be, or well, potentially. Jargle's going to pick up his gravity suit, and now he has both Varia and gravity, putting him in a really good position as well. But Freddy might also be a runner who finds these exact same items if he elects to continue on and not dip after finding that Varia suit. Just a missile pack at Kaede E-Tank. Putz is going to be making their way down Green Hill Zone, potentially to pick up this charge beam. Putz? Okay, I see. Okay, just I've done that before. You forget where the hole is. Very nice. Freddy picks up his various suit. He's gonna move on in one direction. We don't know yet. I'm curious if he elects to take that and run. Fayte also taking Kaede to prom, our second Kaede fight of the night. And Freddy, he is gonna continue onward. Nice. Putz also going to take reverse meme route. Now this could actually be, as we saw with Freddy taking reverse meme route, and Jargle taking reverse meme route, that it actually worked out in their favor. That they were, oh my gosh, okay. All of our runners moving into this room have been so close to death. Oh, please. Okay, we're good. Another powerbomb at Kaede, so our runners have a lot of opportunities to pick up a good amount of powerbombs if they want to try for Crystal Flash Clip. And Freddy picks up his gravity suit. So now that's 2 runners. Excuse me. Quite a few runners. We have OldManSunshine with both Space Jump, Gravity, Varia. We have JargleBargle with Space Jump, Gravity, Varia. And we have Freddy with Space Jump, Gravity, Varia. And potentially we might see... well, it looked like Putz was going to continue up that way. So our runners, Fayte, Kaede, and Putz, it's going to be a while before they find any of the suits. But good thing is that they are going to quickly run out of checks. They're not going to be able to go to Meridia. They're not going to be able to go to Norfair, and that's actually good in their favor that that these runners aren't going to be thrown on a red herring by finding one of the suits in one spot and then being pushed into. Oh, Putz elects to go down. They were electing to go up at first, and then decided, nope, I'm gonna go down. Looks like they might be checking X-ray. Jargle takes out Fantoon. Meanwhile, Freddy was also taking on Fantoon. Eight's gonna be heading down into Upper Norfair. I don't quite remember if it was just ammo and a power bomb sitting at high jump. We haven't had a chance to look at the back of Croc Escape here. And Putz, OldManSunshine, taking a look at that X-ray spot. Really, the only thing Sunshine could hope to find are runners that have the suits is Ice Beam or Speed Booster. That'd be huge. Again, if any of our runners know how to do the Crystal Flash Clip, that'll be pretty big for them. So we get our first look at right side supers for Jargle here. The first of our runners, he's going to be the first of our runners to potentially check all or maybe none of the top of wreck ship. We'll see what Jargle elects to do, as Freddy's still working on, looks like it's going to be the final round for Freddy, and it is. Nicely done, Freddy. Taking out Fantoon. That's going to be the 4th boss overall, eliminated. 2 Crades, 2 Fantoons, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this race ends as we move forward. So OldManSunshine, he's going to pick up that power bomb. Now, OldManSunshine has bombs. OldManSunshine has 15 power bombs. If he's comfortable with Crystal Flash Clip, he's actually in go mode. But it's just a matter of what our runners are comfortable with, right? And so we might see Sunshine still check areas for Ice Beam, for Speed Booster. We'll see what happens. Freddy's going to be moving to right side supers. We're going to get a in logic wreck ship E-Tank check. This requires Space Jump or Gravity Suit. We have both in logic as well, so this could potentially be a Speed Booster or Ice Beam or something really nice. Kaede doing a Beta Powerbomb check, which we know is a super pack. OMS going to be our 3rd runner to take on Crade. Putz is going to be right there behind OldManSunshine. And it's just a reserve tank. Oof. But thankfully, JargleBargle save scum, so they're going to be able to reset here and continue on their merry way. Now, I'm very curious if Jargle elects to complete wreck ship or elects to skip. I think, honestly, our runners are in a really good position to make the play to skip, unless, again, our runners can't Crystal Flash Clip when they're hoping to make a play, thinking that the other runners might skip wreck ship and Ice and Speed are chilling up at the top, you know? So I think this is a pretty good, I think this is a really good play by Jargle, honestly. Our runners might be stuck. And also, JargleBargle only having 10 power bombs might not know that there are other power bombs and could just be making a play here, trying to find that Ice Beam Speed Booster. But this is a really close race between Freddy and Jargle. Again, these are 3 separate matches. Kaede versus JargleBargle, the 1-3 Swiss 5 matchup. OldManSunshine versus Fayte FireX, the other 1-3 Swiss round 5 matchup. And Putz versus Freddy. It's the 0-4 round 5 matchup. All right. Crade number 4. Popping up on the screen. Here we go. Can we do it? We have all had dances. And no, unfortunate misses the opener. OldManSunshine was talking about hoping that they were going to be able to land that 2-3 strat. That's okay. They're going to be able to, he's going to be able to take them out pretty quickly here. So, Putz, will you be the one? Show us that Crade quick kill. Just an E-Tank at the top of wreck ship right side. We're going to get a look at the item in the sky here. That could be Speed Booster. That could be Ice Beam. I'm very interested to see what we find. Who's going to be the runner that finds that Speed Booster and Ice Beam to really turn the tides here? Oh, and Putz also is going to take Crade dancing. I like this. I like this. Crade, you know, he's lonely. And we have all these runners who are willing to take Crade dancing. Take Crade to prom. I like it. All right. Let's see what's here. If this is Ice Beam, I'll lose my mind. I actually kind of hope this is Ice Beam. JargleBargle, show me the money. Show me that Ice Beam locked behind Speed Booster. Darn. That's okay. There's another Power Bomb for Putz, taking out Kaede. That's the reward. And Freddy, he is going to check this Sky Missile. Just a missile. Vanilla. Kaede will be the next runner to find both suits. And I didn't quite check what was at the maze, but Freddy finds a super pack. It's gonna put them at 55 supers. You know, our runners only have charge, right? So it's actually good that, ooh, Freddy's gonna skip. Ooh, interesting. Freddy, he elects to skip bowling, and Jargle, meanwhile, is going to move into bowling as Kaede picks up their various suit. And this is an interesting play. This could be that speed or ice find for Freddy here, or excuse me, for Jargle. So I'm interested to see what bowling has in store for us. Freddy making a really good play here, skipping potentially. OMS taking a look at this high jump location, just ammo. We know there's nothing here. Looks like actually OMS will be the first into Norfair. So we might see OMS. He might elect to check a few Bubble Mountain spots. He might elect to rush Ridley. We don't know what our runner's thinking until they do it. So I'm very interested to see what OMS elects to do here. Freddy's going to clear out the top of Red Tower before heading down. And basically do all of the checks that we've already seen, but in the reverse. And JargleBargle is going to get the first new check as Kaede picks up Gravity Suit. Very nice. And it's just a missile pack. So, JargleBargle, is it going to pay off for him? Here we go. Oh, let's go! Speed Booster at the top of Wrecked Ship. And listen, OMS, not gonna find that. Putz, not gonna find, or well, potentially, looked like Putz hasn't been up yet, but Freddy, not gonna find that. Fayte potentially could find that. Kaede, we might know here in a moment whether or not Kaede will find that, but I expect Jargle may be the only runner to find that, and that is huge because that makes things so much quicker. We don't have to go through what OMS is going through right now, Cathedral. We don't have to go through it again on our way back unless OMS finds Spazer or and Wave or Plasma and Wave to do the Beach-Home Speedway skip. We're talking just movement in general through these different areas. It's going to be huge for JargleBargle. If Kaede elects to skip the top of Wrecked Ship and doesn't know Speed Zeb Skip, and Ice is maybe, or not Speed Zeb Skip, excuse me, doesn't know how to do Crystal Flash Clip, and Ice is hiding behind Speed Lock location, maybe like behind Bot's Wound, that could be pretty huge. Alright, Freddy, making their way down. Looks like they're going to check, he's going to check the, oh, okay. Is not going to check the X-ray. It's just going to go. And just a missile pack and a power bomb for OMS. He might elect to check speed and wave. There are 4 items total to be found there. We know Wrecked Ship does not have ice. So ice is chilling somewhere in Meridia or in Lower Norfair, or potentially at the ice to croc checks. And that is the only thing that can bail out our runners. Now let's just assume that none of our runners know Crystal Flash Clip. Let's discuss under the impression that our runners cannot do Crystal Flash Clip. The only thing that's going to bail out our runners is an ice find outside of speed locked locations. So that's what OMS, Fayte, and Freddy are hoping for. Putz hasn't been up yet, so we don't know. The jury's still out on whether or not they will full clear. But we're going to get our first look at Kaede's decision-making here. Do they elect? Typically, runners might do right side, left side, rec shape, E-tank, and then make the decision. But most of the time, when you see runners go right, they kind of have it in their mind to look. So I'm curious. Fayte gonna check the back of Gauntlet, which we know is just ammo. 2 super packs in the back, which would potentially put Fayte at 70. OMS doing a little bit of farming here before they head over seemingly to Lower Norfair. Definitely easier to farm there than it is in Lower Norfair if you don't have grapple. And we're going to get our 5th or maybe 6th attempt at Kaede here. We have not had a Kaede quick kill yet. Can we get some hype in chat for Freddy? Let's do it. Just to remind everyone, these are 3 separate matches. Top versus bottom. Swiss round 5 of the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament. Round 6 starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. We have a lot of matches tomorrow, actually. So much more action to be had. Freddy? Ah, that's okay. Freddy's gonna take Kaede to prom too. You know, he's a nice guy. He's like, you know, you've danced quite a bit, but I think you deserve some more dancing here. And Fayte, meanwhile, resets, doesn't like what he sees at the back of Gauntlet, and he is going to head over to Rec Ship, finding that powerful combo of suits. Do remember that Fayte has already defeated Kaede, but OMS is having already been to Rec Ship from the very get-go, was able to utilize the acquisition of those suits way early on. JargleBargle, our 6th and final runner. Can he do it? For chat. Let's see it. With the cursor and all, let's get the cursor Kaede quick kill. A moment of silence as Fayte picks up their various suit. Okay, Kaede's coming out of the ground. Jargle waits for the hand to go up, down, shoots. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jargle taking out Kaede with the first 1 for 6 Kaede quick kills. GG Jargle. Meanwhile, Putz making their way up Red Tower and will eventually also kind of made the same exact plays as Fayte did. And so Putz is going to be running into their suits as Fayte picks up his very suit and is going to find the gravity suit momentarily. And you got to wonder what these runners are thinking having made the down play. But here's the thing. Honestly, I'm not feeling as bad. I'd still feel really behind, but the fact that both suits are here means one thing. It means that you didn't go down and find Gravity suit and get pushed into Meridia where there's nothing, or you didn't find Varia suit and get pushed into Norfair and find nothing. So that was all mitigated because you literally could only do Kaede and upper business center checks. That's it. You couldn't go to Meridia, you couldn't go to Upper Norfair, so the time sink is not as much as it would have been otherwise, if that makes sense. So, yes, I wouldn't feel very good about it, but on the other hand, I would know that I wasn't thrown into a red herring chase, and that the time sink from going down isn't as significant as it could have been, and Fayte is going to be taking on Rec Ship boss Fantoon, and we do get a top clear by Kaede, so potentially could see that 2nd speed booster find. JargleBargle, the only one of the runners to have a way through to Botswoon at this current moment in time. We haven't found Ice Beam, and that speed booster at Gravity Freddy could have had, but he elected to skip bowling, which wasn't a bad play. You know, he has basically everything he needs. Potentially could do the Crystal Flash clip, or was just trying to save some time. We don't know yet, but looks like with these additional checks that he's making, could potentially be looking for that Ice Beam, which we have not found. So Kaede, what are they going to do? If they elect to roll right, okay, they are going to go up. Okay, this is good. Kaede is going to find their speed booster, and that's going to basically put them in go mode. They'll be ready to go. Jargle, that's a good question. I could be too sure. It's potentially they're looking for that ice beam. Um, I know JargleBargle is one of the runners who elects to check a lot more, and they're very open about their struggle with understanding and knowing when to stop checking, and that's just something that we're all working on, right? We all find our own personal go mode at different times, and it's possible that Jargle might be thinking, again, we only have charge beam, right? And so if we're stuck doing, if we don't have ice beam, and Jargle has to use all of his supers and ammo to get through to Mother Brain, he's gonna have to do a very, very long Mother Brain fight. And so he could be looking for a beam. He could be looking for, uh, okay, Omes needs to be very careful, please. Omes, this is bad. Do not jump there. You jump there. Because he's playing Ring Around the Rosie with these pirates right now, and if he gets hit by anything, he's dead. Oh my goodness. Omes. Oh my goodness. That could have been so. I mean, it still can be bad. He's not out of the water yet. I mean, we can only hope that he finds an E-Tank at Mickey Mouse Room here. Putzku looked like they went and checked Kateria's supers. I didn't quite see what was there. And it is an E-Tank! Pog play, my dude. Let's go. OMS picking up that E-Tank. That's going to be huge moving forward. Oh my goodness, it almost fell there. That is a bailout for OMS. They're going to be able to just plow through amphitheater, down through the pirate room into Wasteland, and he's going to be very happy that he found that E-Tank. Otherwise, honestly, really think about this. If he did not find that E-Tank, his movement through these next few rooms would be unbelievably both, one, dangerous, and two, exceptionally slow. But that one E-Tank find changes everything. Looks like JargleBargle is going to do a little save scum. Yeah, potentially a save scum here. Again, he could be looking for that ice beam. The ice beam could really make a difference for Jargle here. Kaede does find the speed boosters, so that's not going to set the difference between those two runners. Putzku is going to check. Actually, it's funny. This is going to be our first check at Billy Mays, because all of the other runners who went reverse meme route did not have enough power bombs and were unable to check this. So this is going to be really an interesting check here for Putzku. And Freddy also moving into Lower Norfair. JargleBargle and Lower Norfair. We have some really close races here for OMS, JargleBargle, and Freddy. I'm very interested to see how this goes. OldManSunshine, he's going to save. And here comes the check for... It's just a double missile. Just a double missile for Putzku there. Jargle's just going to say, this is for my friend OMS, and is just going to absolutely obliterate the pirates. Doesn't even have an opportunity to have a conversation with them. He just goes in and yeet. Takes them out with the supers. He has enough of them. Very nicely done, and is going to be moving onward. We might even see JargleBargle catch up to OMS here. Again, that speed booster. You're going to see how incredibly different it makes movement through the game. And we're going to potentially see Jargle catch up to OMS eventually. Another E-Tank. Oh, that's so huge. Potentially for any runner who takes a lot of damage coming down through those rooms is going to have a bailout here too. Freddy now moving into Lower Norfair. Fayte has both suits. I didn't see if Fayte went all the way through Wreck Ship. Can someone confirm or deny? I've been so focused on our Lower Norfair runners. And Freddy is going to check this GT spot. Again, with the acquisition of Space Jump, we're able to do this. Could be quite nice. JargleBargle uses the bomb spread, very typical any percent strat, because we don't have a lot of power bombs coming through here. Potentially, if you miss that pillar spark, you might be a power bomb short, so therefore you have to use the bomb spread to get through so you have enough power bombs. And so far we have a super pack here at the top of GT missiles. We have 2 more items we can check. JargleBargle going to find that E-Tank. I'm curious if he elects to pick that up. He is at 3, and he does. Very nice. And another super on the... So a vanilla super here for Freddy. And we are off. OMS taking on our first Ridley fight. Takes 30 supers, and supers do double damage. So for every missed super, it's 6 missiles. We do have charge beam, but again, it's just charge. Like, where are the beams found? Ooh, you know, something that different here. Kaede making a few more checks in Bubble Mountain. I think Jargle did check this initial reserve spot, but then went straight down into Lower Norfair. And just an E-Tank. Okay, so nothing too special at GT. OldManSunshine getting absolutely beat up by Ridley here. That should be it, though. There it is. Our first dead Ridley. But Jargle, look at this. The difference has already almost been vaporized. Jargle already catching up to OldManSunshine. Again, these two aren't racing, but they are doing the same seed, which, by the way, this is, of course, for anyone joining us, this is all same seed. All 6 runners are running the same seed, but it's 3 separate matches. Top left versus bottom left, middle versus bottom middle, top right versus bottom right. We have our 1 and 3 runners, Kaede, JargleBargle, OldManSunshine, Fayte, FireX, and our 0 and 4 runners, Putz, and Freddy. So our 0 and 4 runners, one of these runners will get their first win today. So that's pretty exciting. So it's going to be a big moment for whichever runner that may be. JargleBargle taking on Ridley, and this I don't know what you'd call this, cancel sign maybe. That would be so hard for me to figure out, like, where. I don't think I could ever use a different sprite. So we're still looking for that ice beam, right? We did find screw attack for Freddy, which is going to make movement through here even quicker than Jargle and OMS's. Putz now finally finding their various suit, full clearing basically most of the game outside of the suit locations, and gonna be picking up their gravity suit as well. Ooh, Jargle's electing to farm here, so that's actually gonna set him back just a little bit. Kaede moving through, wave beam. And yeah, we had Crumble Shaft, Screw Find for Freddy, the only one of our runners to check that. So that is a good find for Freddy with the acquisition of Space Jump and Screw Attack. You get to just fly through Lower Norfair. All right, Putz. Jargle is spending quite a bit of time here farming, but again, probably wants those supers to be able to escape comfortably. Fayte making their way down to Upper Norfair, potentially is going to make a play for Lower Norfair as well. That's a Spazer. Again, we haven't found any other beams, so the Spazer beam is definitely welcomed because, you know, a charge beam Mother Brain is not easy, no matter who you are, right? And again, we don't have Ice Beam, and I don't think any of our runners can do speed zap skip, so we're going to have to utilize quite a few supers and missiles to get through to Mother Brain. And we haven't found ice, but JargleBargle is using a palette swap, which makes it look like he's using Ice Beam. All right. Oh, speak of the... Oh, my gosh. OMS absolutely is probably mind blown that he just found ice, and he turns it off. Interesting. I'm curious. I'm curious why that was turned off. Well, I guess we'll see what OMS elects to do with a turned off ice beam. Putz, meanwhile, taking on Fantoon, will be the final runner to dispatch of Fantoon. All other runners have dispatched of Kaede. OMS's stream, the fire of that ice beam find. Okay, we're back now. So with Ice Beam, you would actually do a lot more damage to at least these pirates. Oof. And he's gonna have to turn it back on when he does the Ice Clip to get through to Botswoon. OMS taking a beating here. I actually dare to say JargleBargle at this point will finish first because of that speed booster find. That is huge. He's gonna be able to fly through Turian, fly underneath. You're gonna see JargleBargle catch up when he goes through Beatom Speedway. That is huge. That is a huge time sink. Also, the escape. That is a massive amount of time save in the escape alone for JargleBargle. So, if we're looking at our runners and where we're at in our races, we have JargleBargle in a lead, not by a lot, but in a lead over Kaede. We got OMS in quite a significant lead over Fayte, but nothing that Fayte can't come back from. Fayte pauses. Let me check SRL here to make sure everything's okay. Hasn't said anything, chat. And we have Putz versus Freddy, and Freddy has a pretty significant lead over Putz. So that's about where we are with our runners. The runners that are overall in first place is OldManSunshine in the current moment is sitting in first place. JargleBargle not too far behind, but again, is going to be able to catch up significantly with this speed booster. It's going to be able to fly through Meridia. Going to be able to fly through to Botswoon. Going to be able to, I mean, it's going to stack on each other how much time Jargle is going to save over OMS. So we'll see about when they will catch up. So it looks like JargleBargle is going to take out these pirates, not going to risk tanking the damage through them. OMS, not the greatest of health, but is just going to truck on through. Meanwhile, Freddy farming up, about to take on Ridley. Putz is going to be clearing out their wreck ship. Kaede picks up the Spazer Beam. And Jargle makes it out of Franker Z. Three Musketeer room. Getting a farm here for Freddy. OMS has really no need to check anything. He might elect to check, the open locations for a potential of finding ice. Excuse me, he already has ice. So never mind, take back what I said. He's not going to be looking for really anything. He's got ice. I'm curious if he's electing to do a little bit of farming here again, because Botswoon, if Botswoon hits you, regardless of how many suits you have, Botswoon hits pretty hard actually. So I don't doubt this farm here is for safety against Botswoon. That is well, OMS skip speed. Freddy skip speed. Fayte, I can't remember if they cleared. They would have tried for, I think Fayte, he would have tried for a speed Zeb skip if he had actually. I don't think Fayte has speed. But our runners that skip speed, Freddy, OMS, and potentially Fayte. Our runners that have speed are Kaede, Jargle, and potentially Putz if Putz continues on through. And Ice Beam is chilling at pre-jail missiles. So that one is definitely a little bit harder to skip. That's a typical check for most runners, because right there, it doesn't take a lot of time to check. So we might see most of our runners find that. All right, JargleBargle spent, again, quite a bit of time farming prior to leaving Ridley hallway, and also spent quite a bit of time in the Three Musketeer. But again, we'll make that time up right here, going through Speed Tome Beadway. Wow, what did I just say? B-Tome Speedway. I said Speed Tome Beadway or something like that. That was weird. Words. Fayte heading through the pillar room. Freddy heading out. Gonna be making their way out of Lower Norfair. And here we are, our first Botswoon fight for OMS. Putz is at least checking the top of wreck ship, so if they elect to continue on, we'll find out what happens there. And he takes him out. Botswoon is donezo. Fayte needs to be very careful. Very sticky situation for Fayte here, and his health. A nasty reserve tank for OMS, but now this is another spot where JargleBargle is just going to be able to fly through. And on his way back. So we might see OMS and JargleBargle link up at about, like, look at JargleBargle. JargleBargle is just flying, fam. So he might catch up very soon here, and this is going to be a very, I mean, we're going to see probably JargleBargle run away with it because that speed booster is very significant. But, I mean, this is a really close race between OMS and JargleBargle. Fayte, meanwhile, going to be very happy. If he elects to check Mickey Mouse, though, we'll see. Thankfully, there is an E-Tank at... Oh, please, Fayte, do it. You know you want to, Fayte. No! Okay, this is bad. Fayte, we can all put our hands together and wish Fayte luck making it through this, these next few rooms. Oh, no. Fayte, this is bad. Fayte, no. Oh my god. Oh god. Ugh. That hurts. That really hurts. That's gonna put them, I believe, prior to going down to Lower Norfair, so it's not a huge time loss, but it is definitely an unfortunate time loss nonetheless. And yes, these sprites, among many, many, many others, are free to use if you go to the Varia site. All right, Putz will be our next runner to run into Speed Booster. Definitely gonna like that. Freddy, he's making his way out. Ooh, looks like he's gonna check some more checks here. We're about 54 minutes and 26 seconds into the seed, by the way. If you take a look down at the bottom right of Freddy's screen. And Jargle farming up here again, getting to a point where they're comfortable with their ammo count. Freddy looks like they're going to clear out a little bit more of Bubble Mountain. Putzku's heading right out of Wreck Ship with their newly acquired Speed Booster, Gravity Suit, and Varia Suit. And will elect to continue on. They've already taken out Kaede, they've taken out Bantoon. Next stop, potentially Lower Norfair, along with our other runners. And Jargle moving into Dragon as OldManSunshine is moving out. Again, OldManSunshine, as it stands, is in the lead, but that speed booster is going to make a difference here, and we'll see that especially in Turian and the Escape. So I'm looking forward to seeing when they link up here. Freddy, looks like they're gonna farm up here a little bit before they go to Meridia, and OMS. I think not, actually. Has OMS done Bantoon? I can't remember. I'm guessing not. Yeah, they went in and they grabbed that Varia Suit and Gravity Suit and then dipped. So if that's the case, then JargleBargle is... Yeah, that's right. If that's the case, then JargleBargle definitely in the lead here. So Kaede using power bombs, I don't think they know that power bombs do not damage these enemies. Unfortunately, we would love for this enemy to be damaged by power bombs, but unfortunately not. JargleBargle dispatches Dragon. Fayte taking a little bit of a save here still. Look at this health. Yuck. And this is going to be a very sticky situation for Fayte moving forward. Thankfully, there is an E-Tank chilling at the Powerbomb of Shame location. And I hope Fayte realizes that even though he does have Powerbomb, Crystal Flash ammo, He needs these power bombs to get through. Oh, this is so dangerous. Thankfully that there is an E-tank. That's super helpful. Oh no. Ah! Oh my goodness, Fayte, please be careful, my dude. That's bad. Oh no. It's okay. Fayte saved. It's okay. Fayte saved. So he'll be able to give it another go. That's now 2 deaths on Fayte's side. JargleBargle, meanwhile, in go mode. Has Phantoon dead, has Kaede dead, has Ridley dead, has Dragon dead. We're making their way to G4 in a very good position to take first out of these runners, as OMS still has to dispatch Phantoon here, but this will be a pretty quick fight. Freddy, also just a boss away. Kaede, also a boss away. Freddy and Kaede both need Dragon, and then they are ready to go. OMS needs Phantoon, and he'll be ready to go. JargleBargle is already ready to go, and we'll be heading to Turin. Putz still needs Ridley and Dragon. So that's about where our runners are right now in regards to boss progression. All of our runners have Space Jump. All of our runners have Gravity and Varia. Our runners that have made their way, oh my goodness, Fayte just got smacked. Ouch. I love the tenacity and the determination to get through there. Unfortunately, he's going to take another death, and this is a tough situation for Fayte to be in because he's saved, and the likelihood of him making it out upward might even be less than his likelihood of making it out going just down. It's a tough situation. What I would do is exactly what he's doing right now. Very nicely done, Fayte. Manually pushing those reserves through, because when you get hit by an enemy and you get your reserves activated, you're gonna... Is he gonna... Oh, he's gonna Crystal Flash. Oh, Fayte, if only that worked. Maybe, potentially... Now, unfortunately, he's not going to have the power bombs to get through, and I think he's going to realize this. I like the play, though. If he just had a single power bomb, he realized it. If he just had a single power bomb, he would be able to do this. Unfortunately, he will not have enough, and he realizes it. He's going to have to reset again. So here's my thoughts for Fayte. First and foremost, he needs to manually push his reserves so he doesn't take a double hit. A lot of the times when you get your reserves activated by getting hit by an enemy, you will get a double hit potentially, and that's what's been murdering Fayte. So OMS takes out Phantoon and is now all 4 bosses down. Get a nice ice clip by Freddy there. Putz making their way down into Lower Norfair. Kaede making their way through Meridia. Looks like they're going to do a few checks here. OldManSunshine, Kaede, Freddy, and JargleBargle all have Ice Beam. Kaede, Jargle have Speed Booster. Putz and Freddy. Putz has Speed Booster. Freddy does not have Speed Booster. Fayte, I actually, even though he's opened his menu multiple times, I still don't know if he's cleared the top of Wreck Ship. Okay. Fayte, what are you going to do? Now, he could technically Crystal Flash and then head up and get some more power bombs. No, I think his best bet was to pop those reserves. We'll see what he does. Again, I think this is a really sticky situation for anyone to be in. So we'll wish Fayte some luck here. Is Jargle already in Metroid Room? Final Metroid Room here. How many power bombs does it take to kill them? Ooh, that's good. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh god. That just Giga was like pixels away from just like guillotining Fayte there. This is a good play. I like this by Fayte. He's gonna be so excited. He's gonna get an E-tank, everyone. He's gonna get an E-tank. This is huge. He's gonna get an E-Tank, and he's gonna be able to continue on. As long as this Giga, oh, good job, Fayte, for not making that. Oh, Fayte, please, Fayte, careful. Don't make it pop you up. Oh my goodness. Okay, Putz, check GT, nothing there, of course. And here we go. Fayte, you gotta love to see it. Fayte picks up the E-Tank. That is a bailout for Fayte. Definitely love to see that. Putz, meanwhile, making their way through pillars. I'm really happy for Fayte here because he's going to be able to continue on. No stress now. And JargleBargle is going to be setting up for their Mother Brain fight, and he is going to potentially, if all goes well, he's going to be the first of our runners to finish. But OMS coming into Turian as well. Freddy just needs to take out Dragon, and he'll be making his way to Turian. Putz just got to take out Ridley and Dragon. Kaede making their way to Dragon, and then they'll be done. Then heading to Turian. So, Fayte gonna farm up a little bit here. Again, charge Ridley is no joke either. So definitely want to have it, you know, 30 plus a couple more maybe if you miss and not comfortable enough with your fight. Again, if you're just joining us, these runners are putting on an amazing show for us. So don't forget to follow them. All 6 of these incredible runners in this SMRAT tournament. This is Swiss round 5. Tomorrow we'll be announcing the round 6 matchups. Potentially, we could see only 2 undefeateds remaining. Tomorrow there's actually a pretty hype race. All 4, of the 4-0 runners are, it's not Friday yet. We had a snow day yesterday, and so I'm a teacher, and so we had a snow day yesterday, and my whole entire week was just completely thrown off. So I don't even know what day it is anymore. But okay, sorry, Saturday. We have a race between 4 of the 4-0 runners. MM2 4-0. Zeb316 4-0, Nevdi 4-0, and myself 4-0, all in the same race at 7 p.m. So OMS did get ice, but he never turned it back on. He turned it off. Well, he turned it on to do ice clip, so certainly he should still have it on. Yeah, he still has it on. There it is. Putz picks up that E-Tank. Freddy now moving out of Dragon. Fayte taking on Ridley. This is 30 supers. Get a save here from Kaede. JargleBargle is, unless, barring any crash, internet outage, I don't want to be the bearer of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to curse or anything, but Jargle looks to be taking this one across all of our runners and against Kaede, the matchup against the 2 on the left here. Potentially we'll be moving on 2 and 3. And would be 2 wins away as it stands to move into the rat bracket. As it currently stands, once you reach 4 wins, you are in the rat bracket. 0 win, 1 win, 2 win, and 3 wins are in the mouse bracket. 4, 5, 6, 7 make the rat bracket. And let's not forget our middle runners here, Fayte and OldManSunshine, also 1 and 3. Looks like OldManSunshine is going to be taking this one, but Fayte had a pretty incredible race. Do not forget that they have taken multiple deaths, so it looks farther than what it is, but they had a really good race. Big shout outs to Fayte. And we have Putz and Freddy on the right side here. Freddy had a really incredible race, electing to skip out on the top of the right ship, which cost him the speed booster, but overall has been really having a good time with his seed. Putz is a special case. Putz joined this tournament having not played Super Metroid in 8 years, and their very first race of this tournament was the very first time they have ever touched Super Metroid Randomizer. Is that not amazing? Big shout outs to Putz for joining this tournament and just like going way out of their comfort zone on something they've never done before. So, and they definitely improved. I mean, I can see it from their first race to now. They've had some major improvements. And big shout outs to Putz. OMS taking on Mother Brain 1. JargleBargle will be making their way into the escape. So he is going to be finishing within the next minute and 20 seconds. Freddy, he'll be our third runner into Turian. Fayte just needs to make his way to Dragon and then onward to Turian. I wasn't quite keeping track of the amount of missiles that Putz put into Ridley, but Ridley looks dead. Maybe? I hope? Oh no. Looks like Putz. Okay. Well done, Putz. Well done. Well done. And don't go anywhere. We still have other race. Oh, actually, no, wait. There should be a race that has already started on SRA 2, if I'm not mistaken. A four-way, perhaps. No, excuse me, a regular way. Ludicrous 77 versus Shadow 42085, which I assume we will be rating once this is over. So if you want some more SMRAT action, we'll take you over there. And Jargle, doing the right thing and saving the animals. Press 1 if you want to save them animals. Press 2 if you want to kill them. Let's see it, chat. Spam your number. What team are you on? What it do? What it be? How it go? And JargleBargle with an official SRL time. 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 59 seconds. Barely sniping that sub 109. Finishes not only in first place, but in first place. Let's go. Let's get Jargle in here for an interview. Oh no, Fayte! What happened? What happened? I didn't see it. Oof. Fayte takes another death. I didn't quite see where that happened, but unfortunate. Freddy now moving into Baby Skip. Putz making their way out of Lower Norfair. They still have to take on Dragon. Sunshine, another death by Fayte. This is not a good position to be in. Oh no. Those key hunters are relentless, fam. They don't mess around. Like when you come out of here, they will guillotine you. No missiles, no supers, no beams. Oh, this is bad. This is hard. This is tough. This would be tough for anyone, honestly. So Fayte, big shout outs to Fayte for sticking with this because this is not easy. All right, looks like we are going to be joined by JargleBargle here in just a moment. And another death from Fayte. That one was really close, though. The unfortunate thing for Fayte is that he doesn't have the ammo to potentially do a Crystal Flash. And OldManSunshine. And Putz finds the Ice Beam. But OldManSunshine is going to be finishing up here pretty soon. Another death from Fayte. Freddy, going to be taking on Mother Brain. Meanwhile, we have Kaede making their way to Turian. Pretty close race between Kaede and Jargle. Not too bad. Also, not too bad. I mean, again, there wasn't a bad race between Fayte and OldManSunshine here. Fayte has just had some issues down here in Lower Norfair. Again, this is a very tough. Oh my goodness! But that key hunter looked at Fayte and said, "Fam, you are going nowhere. not in my house, and just straight yeets him from existence. And we are joined by JargleBargle. Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am fantastic. GG on the race. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Let me say,
Go ahead.
nicely done. Finishing first out of all 6 runners. As we, real quick, let me just call OldManSunshine's time here before I continue. And with an official SRL time, OMS finishes in second place with a 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 20, first place on their particular run, and second place overall of our 6 runners. But they have won their individual matchup versus Fayte. And yes, Fayte does get out of that initial room. All right, back to you. Jargle, GG. Yes, you will be taking the win versus Kaede. Gonna be moving on 2 and 3. How are you feeling about that one?
I'm feeling pretty good. When I saw Varia in the ocean area to wreck ship, you saw probably. I know there's 6 runners, but someone probably saw it was a decision point. I went towards the green door, away from it, and then just decided, heck, why not? Might get some E, and then I found gravity. And
Yeah, I think
hear my mic.
chat and I were curious if any runner would find that initial Varia suit and elect to kind of dip out. But no, basically every runner that found that Varia suit continued on and to ultimately find the gravity suit. But we are joined by OldManSunshine, who from the very beginning, oh my gosh, we thought that you had the spoiler log right next to you for that one. That was we were mind boggled. So Jargle, basically OMS from the absolute get-go, once they found that space jump, elected to go over to wreck ship, and so had space jump both suits at like, I don't know, 7 minutes in or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
It was nutty. So and OMS, you would have ran away with this one, but the difference was Jargle cleared wreck ship and found speed booster.
Yep. I figured that's where it was.
And you had a fantastic race. Also, GG versus Fayte. Fayte's been he's died, I want to say, close to 20 times. I can't I've lost count. It's really unfortunate, but he's died quite a bit in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, it can really do a number on you if you're not ready for it.
I would say without the deaths, I think it would have been. I think
Probably.
Still would have, had the win, but it would have been closer for sure. Freddy also skipped speed, so that's why Freddy's kind of finishing up Mother Rain here. Kaede on Jargle's side you guys had like different routes. It was kind of like there's a lot going on, of course, with 6 runners, but you had different routes, and ultimately you did have the better movement. And OMS.
Speed booster, gravity suit? Heck no.
Yeah.
Heck that.
Yeah, and Freddy actually full cleared wreck ship except bowling. Jumped out after the maze.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, OMS, I have a question. Can you crystal flash clip?
No, I cannot.
Okay, that's kind of what I expected. JargleBargle, can you crystal flash clip?
No.
I didn't think so either. So, I don't think any of our runners can. Freddy, maybe, but what were you thinking? So then that's perfect. Then this question: what were you thinking when you found that ice beam? OMS.
That was go mode.
Yeah, I knew that if I was in your position, Fayte takes another death. Oh no, he was almost out. Oh no, that's rough. Yeah, I knew if I was in your position, and let's just say I couldn't, or let's say I'm in your position and I only have 10 power bombs, so I can't crystal flash clip. So same scenario. I would be popping off when I found that ice beam because I have to check any Meridia, and that's a huge time sink. And so that was a big moment for you for sure.
Yep, that was my savior right there. As soon as I found that, I was like, oh, finally, I can just go now.
For sure. But I had to ask, what were you thinking when you found... So first and foremost, the Varia suit, I popped off for you because I was like, big brain cosmic play to go check these... Because they're in Logic. right?
Yeah, exactly.
The moment you found that space jump, that was and Fate takes another death. The moment you found that space jump, those items were in logic, so really good on you to check those. But first, what was your reaction to finding that Varia suit?
Oh, look, vanilla location. It seems to be there quite a bit.
And then furthermore, what were you thinking when you found the gravity suit?
Right. So I knew that that very first item in Gravity Wreck Ship is in logic once you can get to the ship, even if Fantoon himself isn't in logic. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I better do this one check just in case. And my eyes went wide when I hit the gravity. And I'm pretty sure my hands were shaking throughout the entire rest of the race.
I had actually missed your gravity pickup. I was looking at another couple runners, and then I noticed as you were running out of Wreck Ship, you were purple, and I was like, "Wait a minute, hold up, what?"
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, and then of course that charge beam location too, like with charge.
Looks like Freddy
beam...
just finished, by the way. Sorry.
Oh yes, and with an official SRL time, Freddy has finished in first place for their run, third place overall, with a time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 30 seconds. GG, Freddy. That concludes all of our individual races. JargleBargle taking the win over Kaede will be moving on 2 and 3. Kaede will be moving on 1 and 4. We have OldManSunshine beating Fate, moving on 2 and 3. Fate will be moving on 1 and 4. Putz moving on 0 and 5, and Freddy moving on 1 and 4. So, OMS 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You are potentially 2 wins away from making that rat bracket. As it stands,
that's a big if.
That's a big if. How do you feel your chances are of making that rat bracket?
Honestly, there are a lot of good racers. If I get one more win, I'll be happy. To be honest.
For sure.
The field is rough.
Yeah, there are so many good runners this year. Like top to bottom, I think more than any year prior. The average skill is so much higher, I think, than last year. Like the amount of just average to good runners is incredible. There are a lot of just really good average runners out here in this tournament, and so it just really like the middle is so beefy,
wrecking the curve, as it were.
Yeah, it's so beefy that even if you're in the 2-3 or the 3-2 or what have you, you're still surrounded by deadly opponents out here.
Oh yeah, 2-3. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
JargleBargle, what about you? Perhaps have JargleBargle and OldMan, have you guys faced each other yet?
Not this
year, but
yeah, last year, yes.
Well then, who won? So were you guys in the tournament?
Pretty sure Jargle won that one.
It was a hype game 3 match.
Oh, that's right. Ayo, maybe we could see a rematch in round 6.
He'll beat me.
No, we trade. On those weeklies, we trade.
I knew you were going to finish first. I was just surprised I was that close.
Oh, come on now.
I'd be very interested to see what would have happened, Sunshine, if you would have picked up that speed booster. I mean, as you can see.
Oh, that would have been a complete difference.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I mean.
I would have finished 10 minutes earlier, easy.
Yeah, that speed booster would have been a pretty big time save for you. Ooh, Fate again. This has to. We have to be in the 30s or 40s for deaths. I might be exaggerating, but
it is rough in Lower Norfair.
Pretty brutal time here in Lower Norfair. They took a save. Or he took a save at 17 health or something like that, and so he's just been in like a really sticky situation. I'm gonna see if Freddy and Kaede want any interviews real quick. All right, and with an official SRL time, Kaede Rukawa has finished in 4th place overall, 2nd place in their individual matchup, with an official time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 5 seconds. And Fate has officially forfeited from the race, but big GGs to Fate for sticking with that for so long, death after death after death after death. I know that Fate could have forfeited after that first death in Amphitheater, but chose to continue. Could have forfeited after the first death in Wasteland, but continued. After the second, third, fourth, fifth death, but continued to stick with it, and that is what we're all about. So big shout outs to Fayte for continuing with it.
The determination is admirable.
Yeah, for sure. The determination to just, stick it through. So that leaves just Putz here, I think, on their way to Turian, which for Putz is actually really, really, really good. Putz again, very new. Literally this tournament, their first match was the first time they had ever done rando. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, I remember something about that. I faced them in the last week, so.
So this is a really good improvement for.
They're looking really promising for their first time. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna ask Fayte if they would like to pop in for an interview.
Apparently, the family has been asking questions of Fayte, so they may not be.
I said, interview Fayte, and he's like, sure.
Brace for it.
All right. So we will await that. Is there anything you two would like to ask of me or of chat while we wait for Fayte to join here?
I'm gonna definitely go back and watch the VODs and see if there's gonna be any hints or tips that I can pick up from this race.
For sure. And we are joined by Fayte. Hello, welcome in.
Hi guys.
GG.
How's everyone doing?
I heard you had a rough time.
Oh, that's yeah, I'm saved in a very rough spot.
I heard about that. Lower Norfair is no joke. I've been there a few times.
I will say though, Fayte, nicely done, the determination to stick with it though. Like, even though it looks like you're still going for it. So even after the forfeit, you're still trying, which is awesome.
It's good practice.
That's the only way you're going to get better. You will be in these positions again. And so just knowing how to manipulate these key hunters can be the world. And so shout out.
Hopefully I won't have a 9-year-old asking me a billion questions in the middle of the run.
Shout outs to 9-year-old.
Sorry.
So Fayte, just I've asked this other runners the same questions. How did you feel about those suit locations?
To be honest, I don't remember.
Yeah, I know you've undergone, so you had to withstand so much death within the last 30 minutes. How many deaths do you think you've had so far in the last 20 minutes?
In the last 20 minutes, probably 15 to 20.
It's been rough, and we're actually joined by Kaede. Hello and welcome in.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm a bit disappointed, but it was a little bit difficult, I guess.
For sure. GG, you finished 4th overall out of the 6 runners. Not a bad time.
Yeah, that's fine.
You were Fayte. I can't remember Fayte now that you're here because I don't know. Did you find Speed Booster?
I do not have Speed Booster.
I didn't think so. Okay. I was for certain that you did not clear the top of Rex Ship. Okay. So OMS, Fayte, and Freddy are the 3 runners that skipped the top of Rex Ship, did not have Speed Booster. Putz, Kaede, and JargleBargle all cleared Rex Ship, finding the Speed Booster.
So to be a bit more, I want to go back.
To be a bit more specific, I mean, the location it's at is really not nice. So
it's not at all.
I mean, it's gotta be nicer than my 75 life in Lower Norfair.
Fair.
It's even worth it to skip the top of Rex Ship. Yes, I guess, no? Because of the cinematic.
I mean, it was at what was it, Gravity?
Yeah, no, I was asking
Oh, sorry.
about the thing of going or not going to the top of the rank ship, because 2 or 3 players you said that they didn't check that, so that's why I'm asking that.
Yes, kiddo.
Well, I didn't. I know when I went to wreck ship, I just grabbed gravity and left basically because I was really early in the game, and I got ice beam coming out of Norfair, so I didn't need speed booster at that point.
Point in case just now.
Yeah, I heard that.
But then you needed to find the ice beam, so it's a little bit risky. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, now I know what you mean by cutscene. You mean the bowling cutscene? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, the bowling.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's. I
That's
don't
why.
usually want to go there unless I have a really good reason to.
Hmm.
But yeah, that would have helped a bunch if I'd gone up there. Then I could have gone through the entire rest of the sea.
I will apply that on the next races then.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
So now my next question is what did I do wrong with my crystal flashes? I
Oh.
tried twice or 3 times and
You're-
cannot.
You know, it's great you asked that. I forgot to mention that. So, two
Reserve
things.
tanks, maybe.
Two things. One, we're actually glad that your crystal flashes didn't work because you wouldn't have had any power bombs to continue through.
Oh.
That's one. And two, I don't know, actually.
But
Sounds like you,
what
sounds like
else
you
do I
stumped
need power
everyone.
bombs for? Because I got drops off of the
tell me your
jumper.
inputs.
Aim diagonal up, diagonal down, down, and shoot.
Yeah, that should work.
I know it should work.
Oh yeah. We actually disabled crystal flash clipping for you specifically.
Oh, is that just because I was able to lava skip so much longer, sir?
Yes. Dang it. All right. Yeah. No. I don't know. That's interesting. You might. Darn it. Wrecked.
They
You might
found
have to
you
take a
out.
look at that, like in the practice hack.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop out, but Fate GG's, and maybe we'll have a revenge match sometime.
I look forward to it. Good luck, you guys.
Yeah.
GG's everyone.
GG's. Have a great day.
Bye.
Okay. So Fate, you're gonna be moving on. 1 and
4.
4. Thoughts?
Scheduling better timing, apparently.
Oh, because of kiddo.
Otherwise, well, I mean, like you said, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just obnoxious
vibing.
right now. Yeah, he's just vibing.
He's just vibing. Yeah. So yeah, if you would have crystal flashed successfully, you would have used 11 to initiate, 10 to complete, and you would have been left with 0 power bombs.
Correct, but I had normal bombs.
So you require a power bomb to get through.
That I could have sworn I got off the jumpers.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah, the likelihood of that is very low. But sure, that could definitely, I mean, that could happen for sure. But the likelihood of that happening is like you getting that power bomb is like PogChamp RNG. To be in that situation at any other point, you definitely don't want to bank on that RNG because it's pretty poor.
Good to know.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. So looking at our percentages, just thinking of some of those things other to talk about. We got 52 for Freddy, 41 for OMS, 49 for Kaede, and JargleBargle 43. Nice. Oh, and Putz taking out Mother Brain 2. Moving on to Mother Brain 3. And if I'm not mistaken, is it 60 charge ice shots? Or is it 36? I don't remember. How many charge ice shots is it for a key hunter? To kill.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Yeah, so Stratlog puts in chat 8% chance of getting a PB drop from the Tuskegee. So you, sir, are very lucky. Oh, yeah, 8% is aggregate. Each one is okay. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. 2%. Oof. Fate takes another death. 2% chance of getting a PB. So that's kind of what I remembered. JargleBargle, I have a
Yeah.
question. When you were searching through the different Bubble Mountain checks and high jump and all of those, I'm curious, were you just like looking for more ammo or some
For more
beams?
ammo,
That's what I thought.
mostly supers, because I don't feel
Charged.
like shooting like 500 shots at Mother Brain.
Exactly. Yeah, we had some audience members asking about your additional checks, and I mentioned the same exact things, that you guys only had charge beam, and charge beam Mother Brain is not fun for anybody, and so you also don't have ice, and you can't do speed zeb skip. Is that correct?
I cannot.
Okay, so then you wouldn't have been able to do speed zeb skip, so therefore you would have had to use a lot more supers and missiles to get through the zebs, and then you would have been left with very few supers to do Mother Brain, and yeah, so definitely understood checking those extra spots
Or recharging missiles like crazy,
for
5 or 6
sure.
trips to the missile refill.
I was
Um,
thinking the same
yeah,
because
yeah,
I do not want to shoot like a lot of times to modern, so I prefer 60 and that's it.
yeah, I agree. Ooh, Fate taking another death.
Oh, I
Um,
forgot to say something.
go for it.
When I was exiting Lower Northward, man, those hunters. Oh man, I thought I was gonna die there.
Yeah, a few of our runners were having some issues with those hunters. Those hunters do not mess around. They are so deadly, even with both suits. Um, it's incredible, especially that final 3 musketeer room where you'll have all the E-tanks, and all of a sudden when you're leaving, you have like no E-tanks, and it's just like it's very dangerous. And just as I was suspecting here, Putz finishing with an official 5th place overall, and 2nd place between Freddie, but an official SRL time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 25 seconds, which is a 12-minute, 19-second PB. I knew just from watching Putzku run this. Fate takes another death. Ouch. I knew watching Putzku that they've made a lot of improvements. So big time shout out to Putzku. We'll see if they want an interview.
That's a good thing about group stage or round robins or whatever. People that is starting playing and learning, you can see the improving game after game. So that's pretty good.
All right. And Putzku will be unable to join us for the interview. So that'll be it for that, unless any of our runners who we have here currently would like to say anything before we head out. JargleBargle or Kaede.
Yeah.
Oh,
As always, thank you for the resting and the commentary, as always. And have a good night.
Yeah, thanks. Jargle.
the same. Thanks for the restream commentary. Uh, really appreciate it. And GG to Kaede.
Yeah, GG's.
And all the
All
runners.
right. Thank you so much. You too. Big shout outs to Kaede, JargleBargle, OldManSunshine, Fate, Putzku, and Freddie for this amazing 6-way race. And big shout outs to our runners. Again, go follow them. Thank you so much. My name was Jay Chalk. I was your commentator for the night. We're going to be sending a raid over to Speedrunners Arena 2 for some more SMRAT action between Ludacris, Shadow 420, Hacksaw, and Farfaloo. It is a four-way. They're about 36 minutes in. Looks to be a pretty exciting one. So thank you so much, guys. Everyone, appreciate you for hanging out. Have a great day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.